The warm blood is skillful and cunning. The Mabragash must make their own choices. Connect with the world outside or remain isolated. It is never only light or shadow. As long as they honor my kin and I, they are free to do as they please. Some can stay isolated in the Vale, or some may choose the outside world. Two sides of the same path. The merchant's presence has already changed the Vale. What happens next is inevitable. I am the Ghost Snake. I am both constant and ever-changing. One thing to you, another perhaps to the Mabragash. Aid the Mabragash as you will. The choice is yours to make. I can send you back to the Farseer. She waits for you at her tent.
I've spoken to some of the Mabragash wise women. They've been perfectly polite.
You walked the coiled path and survived? Has the Ghost Snake spoken? Ghost Snake is wise, but inscrutable. I had hoped he would demand that we bring the merchant to him. It's no coincidence that you arrived at the same time as the merchant. You are bound up in this. You must help us decide. I crafted a snake totem representing the entwined fates of the Mabragash and the merchant. Get it from my tent. I will have the merchant brought here. A decision must be made. Our fate depends upon it. Now you must choose. If the Mabragash are to remain isolated, place the totem in the fire. If we are to change our ways and trade with the Hlalu, give the totem to the merchant. He will remain in the Vale, serving the Ghost Snake. I know only that it will change us. Whether for good or ill, only time will tell. Seek guidance where you would. Speak to my people, the merchant, or even the merchant's assistant if you wish. But then you must choose.
I've spoken to some of the Mabragash. I've been on the receiving end of Rostin's vaunted charms a time or two. I'm not surprised he managed to offend every woman in the Vale. I wonder if the Farseer would consider another option. I don't wish Rostin ill, but I have an idea. They let Rostin live, as long as he promises never to speak of the Vale or return here. Then they sign a trade agreement with me. They deal with me, and I keep other Hlalu traders away. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Everyone wins. Rostin doesn't end up as snake food. I gain prestige among the Hlalu, and Mabragash can limit the amount of influence the outside world places on the Vale. I'm surprised that a man could see the Ghost Snake and live. At first, I just wanted the merchant to go away. But I've been thinking, perhaps it wouldn't be so bad to deal with the outside world. No, many are set in their ways and fear change. But if we're cautious, we may benefit in the long run.
What's your step among the Mabragash, outsider? Rostin claims things won't change, but I don't trust him. If you ask me, the Hlalu are just one step above thieves. If it were up to me, Rostam would have quietly disappeared the first night he arrived here. But you're the one making the decision, not me.
If that harlot Teveni steals my deal, she'll regret it. So they treat me like some sort of criminal? I've been nothing but respectful, and trade would help them. Of course I benefit. I'm a merchant. Trading is what I do. How about this? Propose a limited trade agreement on their terms, and I'll agree to keep other traders away from the Vale.
Our fate rests in your hands. Our fate rests. By your next action, our fate will be sealed. If the Mabrigash are to grant access to the Vale, give the totem to the merchant. If we are to remain isolated, tending the Vale without outside interference, burn the totem in the fire. My vision was clear. Your actions will affect our future, perhaps in ways we cannot yet see. Teveni spoke with Iruahan and made that same suggestion. A sly ploy. Clever. I admire that. I would be willing to deal with a smart woman who respects and understands our ways. Rostan will remain our guest while we finalize details with the female trader. We have ways to make sure he never speaks of us again. But have no fear. He will be released shortly. Pity. He would have served the ghost snake well.
That faithless harlot! How dare she hone in on my deal? Welcome back. Something I can do for you? I'd be honored to help in any way I can, friend. What do you need? That's a dried animal heart. Is that from a goat? I don't... I'm, humbled by your gift, friend. We shall put it in a place of honor and reverence once the temple is rebuilt. We have so little after the destruction. Nothing that could match the uniqueness of this object. Well, here, take this loaf of bread. It isn't much, but it's the only Muthnar loaf to survive our flight from the temple.
There seems to be no...
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to tell them?
This one does not know.
I'll order the merchant caravans to get back on the roads immediately.
Welcome back, Deputy Envoy. Did you have luck making our cultural exchanges? We're still waiting to hear from the damn registrar. My eyes are round with wonderment. Look what you have brought us. We accept these fantastic gifts. We now show our respect for the excellent Dunmer culture. Wait a moment while we change into this stylish Dunmer garb. All right, lads. Time to don our fancy new elf clothes.
Envoy Riggett, I regret to inform you that you'll need to wait a few more days.
Trolls take you, Registrar. Bah! We go home now.
No, wait! You can't leave! It's highly irregular! Think of the paperwork!
Turn back, traveler. There was an explosion, and now Selphora is overrun. I was injured trying to get to the inn. I don't know what happened. The elders were gathered in the center of town. Then there was a flash, and suddenly, spirits were everywhere. So many people died, but they remain here as angry and vengeful spirits. I think so, but probably not far. I need to go to the inn. That's where survivors were gathering.
Elenisi? Thank the three you made it. We feared the worst. Have you brought help?
It was a close call. I'd be dead if not for this traveler's assistance.
You've chosen a bad time to visit Selphora, stranger. Spirits roam the streets and unquenchable fire consumes the town. Selphora is lost.
Don't be too hasty, Meldris. Our new friend is powerful. I've seen what the traveler can do. I never thought I'd be so happy to get back in this inn. I think so. At least for the moment. But we're worried there are other survivors still outside. There's a temple on the hill overlooking the town. We're hoping that others have found sanctuary there. We're no match for ghosts. I barely survived skirting the edge of town. None of us would make it there. Yes. I saw how you handle yourself. I know you can make it. It's on the other side of the bridge. There's a staircase to the south of here, but I can't tell you if the path is safe or not.
You nearly scared me to death when you and Elenisi came through that door.
Hello, traveler. I'm Selphora's healer. Not that it means much now. This disaster has left me short on supplies. All I've got left are bloody rags and soothing words. Almost everything. Herbs, poultices, bandages. We weren't prepared for this. There are supplies scattered throughout Selphora.
My husband, Dural. We were separated on our way to the inn. He never made it, and they won't even let me go out to look for him.
You saved the woman. You have my thanks. Yes, that is true. My suffering follows a different path. I'm cursed to only observe. My thoughts, my memories, they're a jumble. I think there may be a way to save the town. It's so hard to remember. I can't. It's as if a fog covers my past. I know I am cursed and little more. This is my home, and I must watch this suffering. If the veil lifts from my mind, I'll tell you what I can. There was a decanter somewhere in the temple below. Its water was holy. You have seen the strange fires throughout town? I remember that much. Maybe this liquid can quench those flames. I feared I don't know for certain. So many things I don't know. You'll have to test it. See if the water will work on the magic fire within the chamber of the tree. Look for a brazier of unnatural flame. When Saint Veloth came to Resdain, what Morrowind is now, he planted the seeds of his homeland. Only the Tree of Somerset survived. This temple was built around it. Strange. Why do I remember this clearly, when all else is fog? Be wary, stranger. My heart tells me spirits aren't the only things left in the wake of Selfora's destruction. You saved... Yes, my thoughts. There was a decanter. I feared when...
Selfora is dead. You will not save her.
You gained the decanter. There was an echo here, but now it is silent. The defilement begins to lift from Selfora. The fog begins to clear, but so many memories rush in. What you fought was an echo of Magistrix Vox. She left it here to bind the spirits to this place. Part of her punishment of Selfora. There's something you must see. Praise to the three Magistrix Vox. To what do we owe the honor of your visit?
Behold, I bear the hammer of Veloth, priest. I have come to rally my people against the taint of the three.
What are you saying, Vox? Have you gone mad?
Mad? You want to see mad? Let me show you true madness.
I have shown you everything I can remember. I remember my death, but that is the past now. You have more pressing matters to deal with than to listen to a ghost's stories. You have the decanter now. There are two people still trapped in the town, a young man and a woman, but the magical fire closes in on them. Yes, that should work. Find the houses in which they are trapped and save them.
I don't know if I can go on.
I knew someone would come. I never gave up hope. It's close by. Now that the fire's out, I should be able to make it.
Who are you? How did you get past the flames? You don't have to tell me twice.
My mother and brother are safe, and I have you to thank. Praise the three they survived. So not every spirit in Selphora is filled with hate? Then I am thankful to it that my mother and brother are still alive. My father, Tiden Arthalin. No one has seen him since the catastrophe struck. Was he at the temple? Maybe he went to the town hall. It's usually locked. Here, take this key. Please, he might be hiding there. He might be injured.
We're lucky the inn had so many books. We've been able to keep the fire going. But we'll run out of books soon. Then we'll have to burn the holy texts. Were you able to find any supplies? Thank the three, and thank you, friend. Now I can do something to help these injured people.
I can hear the ghosts wailing outside. What do they want with us?